Hey guys, welcome back for another video. In today's video I'm going to be going over the top 10 most reliable and best electric cars you can get in 2021. So starting off the list, we've got at number 10 the Hyundai Kona Electric. Now this is available in petrol, diesel or hybrid, but we're going to look at the electric version today. So it starts from £35,000 and it has a 64 kilowatt hour battery. The WLTP range of this vehicle is 279 miles. I've achieved 259 miles. It's got 201 brake horsepower and can do 0 to 60 miles per hour in 7.1 seconds, which is pretty impressive. Has a top speed of 104 miles an hour, but the only disadvantage is that it does have a relatively small boot, so if you do want to take lots of luggage for your holiday trips or just daily driving, then this may not be the car for you. So moving on to number 9. So here we have the Skoda Citigo E IV. So this starts from around £16,000, has a WLTP range of 170 miles, and although rivals have larger range, it's a good town drive car, but it is amongst one of the cheapest cars here in the UK that you can buy, and it does have a 0 to 60 in 12.3 seconds, a top speed of 81 miles an hour, and with the cheapest option available, so the most basic trim, it is available without fast charging, so no rapid charging to charge this vehicle. But the higher the trim level you go, you will have an option to have CCS cable as standard, so you can have that option and ability. And also it is very comfortable, it has a comfortable ride and is very good with steering. It's got very light steering, is one of the best amongst other small rivals. So in number 8 we have the MG ZS EV. Now this starts from around £22,500, but occasionally you can find some discounts. Now the advantages of having this car is that it does have larger boot space. So if you are the people who want to carry a lot of luggage when you're going on holiday or when you're just driving every single day or occasionally, then this has a larger boot space where you can put all of those things you need. It has a WLTP range of 163 miles and does a 0 to 60 in 8.5 seconds with a top speed of 87 miles an hour. Now here you can see the trim levels and some range statistics. It does have a 44.5 kilowatt hour battery, which I did forget to mention, but now you know. And we are now going to move on to number 7 on our list. So here in number 7 we have the brand new Kia Soul EV. Now this starts from £33,500, and as you can see, this is an absolutely stunning car. It looks amazing, it looks very futuristic, it doesn't even look like an electric car. But I'm going to get on to some advantages and disadvantages of owning this car. So starting off with a good point, we've got a WLTP range of 280 miles. It can do a 0 to 60 in 7.9 seconds and has a top speed of 103 miles an hour. So it has most of the things you want when you're doing daily driving or when you need to go on a long trip and push those extra miles, and is good on practicality. It's got a 64 kilowatt hour battery and it does come with a 7-year 100,000 mile warranty with Kia, and as you can see it has some style. You can see it has brand new rear LED tail lights, and you can have a look here around the 360 view. Here you can have some of your exterior options, and I do just want to say that this is the first electric vehicle that had an option to go between hybrid or electric or petrol back in 2014. So I can build this Kia, but if you do want to see the full review, in-depth review of this Kia or any other electric vehicle in this matter, then make sure to click the top right hand corner of your screen. I'll leave a teaser card over there. Now bear in mind, I haven't got round to doing every single review of these cars, so you do have to wait, and the content will be out and you'll be able to view the full in-depth review of them vehicles. So we're now going to move on to number 6. So at number 6 we have the Tesla Model S. Now this is an amazing car. I've already said this in the full in-depth review, so make sure you go check that out video. It starts from £77,500. Now the WLTP range has an amazing 379 miles of range. The 0 to 60 is just in 3.7 seconds. Even on those basic models with the basic trim, the performance on this is crazy. Now even if you upgrade to the performance, you're going to get even more crazy performance. Now that is going to be insane for you to handle. I never suggest you try it, but the top speed is 155 miles an hour, and it does have a good frunk and a boot, so you can charge your car with no problems, have loads of luggage, and also store all your charging cables, your CCS or your blue charging cable, or any rapid connecting cables that you need. Okay, so coming in at number 5, we've got the Audi E Tron. So I'm just going to quickly go over the Audi E Tron. So let me just pull that up. Okay, so I've pulled up the car. So it starts from £59,500. The WLTP range is 250 miles. And also I've managed to achieve 196 miles. So it is not too bad on the range, so it is good for daily driving, and occasionally if you do need to step that extra mile or you do need to go on that long distance driving. Now 0 to 60 is just under 5.7 seconds in the sport setting, so the sport mode, and you can achieve a top speed of 125 miles an hour. Now this e-tron can charge faster than most of the electric vehicles that are on this list, and I'm sure you do want to get to number 1, so I'm not going to spend too much on these vehicles, but if you do again want to see these full in-depth reviews, make sure to check out the card and the description. First link in the description will be to some reviews, and also make sure you subscribe to the channel so you stay tuned, and make sure you turn on your notifications so you get the notifications of when I upload a new video, so you don't miss any of these wonderful reviews. Now, next on the list is number 4, and it is the Jaguar I-Pace, so I'm going to pull that up. So here is the Jaguar I-Pace, as you can see. It starts from around £65,500. Now the price has gradually increased on this car, which is not great, but it does have a very good interior quality. Has lots of practicality, the seats are very comfortable. Now it has a dual touchscreen infotainment system, which is great to have, but maybe it's not great when you're driving, so all the little icons are going to be difficult to see, maybe when you're driving in the night, or even when you're driving in the day. Actually, it can be pretty annoying to actually tap the screen if it's not responsive, or if it is responsive, then how many different menus do you have to go through, or is it just a simple tap on another button? You get the idea. So it can do 0 to 60 in just under 4.8 seconds, and again can achieve a top speed of 125 miles, just like the Audi E Tron, and has a WLTP range of 292 miles, but we've managed to achieve 253 miles. So I'm going to move on to number 3. So in third place we have the brand new Kia E Niro. Now this starts from around £34,500. The WLTP range is 282 miles. We've managed to achieve 253 miles, just like in the Jaguar I-Pace. 0 to 60 is quite impressive in just under 6.9 seconds, and a top speed of 104 miles an hour. Now this is more practical than the Soul or the Hyundai Kona, so it has good practicality for those long distance trips or just everyday driving. So, and we are now going to move on to number 2, and I'm going to load up that vehicle right now. I'm sure you're all keen to get down to that number 1 spot of the vehicle year of 2021. But before we do that, make sure you like the video and also check out number 2. So here we go. So in second place we have the Renault Zoe. Now this starts from around £27,000. The WLTP range of this vehicle is 238 miles. We've managed to achieve about 192 miles. Has a 0 to 60 in 9.5 seconds and a top speed of 87 miles an hour. Now the annoying thing about this vehicle is that you can charge up to 50 kilowatts an hour at a £750 upgrade rather than having the basic 22 kilowatt hour. So in my opinion, I don't think you really need that 50 kilowatt charging speeds, but you can just stick with the 22 kilowatt hour if you do want to save money. But if you have the money to spend to charge at those rapid speeds, which is really fast for these type of vehicles, then you can go ahead and spend the money on it, because it is worth it when you charge your car a lot quicker. And you can see you have some app display that can monitor the Zoe and find out its range, charging capabilities and anything else you want to know. So it's great for mainly town usage, not very good for long distance driving, so you want to avoid buying the Zoe if you're going to be driving on long distance trips. Now the range may sound good for these sort of vehicles, but you don't want to overheat the battery when you're going on a long distance drive. So now we're going to get down to that final number 1 spot of the year for 2021, mid-2021. And here it is. This is the number 1 spot. Now I'm sure you're all familiar with Tesla. Now this is the Tesla Model 3. It starts from around £38,500 at the basic model, but varies to the different trim levels and specifications you go for. So this has a WLTP range of 370 miles, which is absolutely insane, and we've managed to achieve 239 miles. 0 to 60 is in 3.2 seconds, which is amazing. Now this is also including the basic entry level models, and when you upgrade to performance, it's 0 to 60 is in 2.4 seconds, which is even more insane. So make sure that you stay in control of the car. And we have a top speed of 162 miles on the performance model, and you can use all the Tesla supercharging networks and any other Type 2 CCS network. It has advanced controls, and it also has the great feature of autopilot, where it will be able to accelerate and brake the car and follow and navigate on autopilot to your destination. Now be aware, here in the UK you do have to slightly nudge the wheel to make sure that you are still there, otherwise it will pull over to the roadside, or if it thinks you've had an accident, which it most likely will recognise when you have an accident, will pull you over and put you on the SOS. And that is it. Also, I do want to add that it does have a good boot, so you can store all your luggage, including your charging cables, in the front. I do also have some useful bags for the front and the trunk if you do want to put all your luggage in there. I'll also link them in the description. This video is not sponsored by any of these brands or any of these retailers that I'm going to link down in the description below. But make sure to subscribe, like the video, and I'll see you in the next top 10 most reliable non-electric vehicles. See you soon.